Alright, hello everybody. We're going to be reacting to Artemis 2 today. It's been a while since I streamed. I've had a couple things come up, so I just haven't been able to, but we couldn't miss this today. I had to come on, so we're at T-minus 10. Well, not T-minus, because like they haven't actually determined when they're going to launch today, but we're 10 minutes to the opening of the 2-hour window, and I think they're in like a bit of a hold right now to just go over a few things. I've had it muted for a little bit, so I haven't been listening while I've been fiddling around with getting my stream set up here. But yeah, we're gonna watch the NASA stream here today, and uh, this should be fucking awesome. Like, I don't know what else to say. We're going back to the moon, guys. This is gonna be nuts. I'm very excited. So let's unmute this and take a listen to what they're saying. Now, of course, they're silent the second I unmute. Isn't that perfect? Yeah, we're at a bit of a hold now until the window opens, and I know they were tracking a couple issues earlier, which had me sort of like had me like so we'll see. But fingers crossed they go today. And
yeah, I was taking a look at the data right here. It looks like that was a single sample.
Yeah, copy that. RFTS does report that they also lost lock for about 5 seconds. So I would love to ask KUS and see if they also lost lock with the vehicle for any extended amount of period.
There's so much.
And COSE, while we're doing that, these are 1/10 hertz measurements, correct? So we would have had to lose it for over 10 seconds to get a second sample?
Yes, sir, that's correct. It is 1/10 hertz.
Yeah,
just
so from
perusing Twitter, you know, the
30
see
seconds up to
what
3
other people are
samples
saying
based on the 1/10 hertz. This is not an LCC violation, I believe.
Yes, sir, I would agree with that at this point. Copy that.
That's good.
Checking with KUS
that sounds
on,
good.
232. I don't think they have 212 access. We're trying to verify, but
The fucking the launch Coca-Cola, dude.
It sounds like
is that a Coke
have
Zero? I can't tell. I think it is.
About 2 seconds.
Okay. And I
he's
guess
he's got the gamer fuel.
And COSE, do we have lock now?
That's affirmed. We do have lock for COSE.
This will be the first time in I think it's 53.4 years or something like that people will be returning to the moon. It is the first time in my it is the first time in my life that people will be going back to the moon. There have never simultaneously, while I have been alive, human beings around or on the moon. And today they will, or not today, but in 6 days from now, they will be around the. They will be like on the far side of the moon, and then they will return 10 days from now
yes, sir. LP
to Earth.
Go.
And launch director.
Yes, sir.
So,
launch director
how's it going, Andre? I hope you're doing well. Are you ready?
All right, and I'm going to go ahead and just verify everybody has everything else complete, launch director. And if we do, we'll be ready to pick up the poll at that time, unless there's something else that you're aware of.
No, sir. Let's verify all our work is complete, and I would like one last check of our constraints list.
All right, let's see.
Dre.
OTC, are you still waiting for ComConfig, or are you
That is
complete with
affirmed, sir.
Okay,
Yeah,
you only open item?
Yeah, OTC, this is CVSC. That 400 step 290 is complete.
Copy.
Okay, so OTC, you're complete with all of your work?
That's affirmed.
All right, copy that. STC?
STC is complete.
And GTC?
GTC is complete.
Okay, excellent. All right, and LPE, just want to verify.
So I'm going to be very locked in, by the way. So, you know.
No open constraints. We have a clear board.
This is I've been fucking hyper focused on this all day, and so like my focus is at like an absolute zero. It's not smoking, Andre. That just is like this right here is just liquid oxygen venting to keep it at the right temperature or whatever. It's just or it's condensation from like one of the cold parts.
Verify ready to resume count and go for launch. OTC.
OTC is go.
STC.
STC
So
is
they
go.
are they're all good. There's no issue with the rocket.
TOs go.
Safety console.
The safety console is go.
LPE.
LPs go.
RTD.
RTDs go.
Houston flight.
Houston flight is go.
Rock.
Cuddlefishes is go,
go.
bro.
And CDR.
Cruise go.
Copy that. Thank you, Reed. And Launch Director NTD, our launch team is ready to proceed at this time.
That's what you like to
NTD,
hear.
I
The
copy all.
earlier
At
they
this
get
time,
into
I'll
this
perform
window, the
my
happier
call.
I'm gonna be because I can get some food, you
Attention
know?
Aldernet, this is the launch
Go
director
means
performing
naked
the
in
final
Serbian.
poll for launch.
Andre is
Verify
not
no
go.
constraints and go for launch. EGS, Program Chief Engineer.
Artemis Chief Engineers are go.
Copy, thank you.
It's a very lewd
EGS,
rocket if
Chief
it's go.
Safety Officer.
The Artemis CSOs are go.
Copy, thank you. Range weather.
Launch weather is go.
Thank you, LWO. And Artemis, MMT.
This is NASA. They don't have the
MMT's
Department
go.
of War budget, dude.
Thank you, John.
Otherwise, they would all be wearing
And
VR
Integrity,
goggles.
Launch Director.
Good air your voice,
They're
Charlie.
doing this on like
ELT.
on pennies and
This is
paper
Victor.
clips.
We are going for our families.
MS1.
This is Christina. We are going for our teammates.
MS2.
Where's my
We are going for all humanity.
dude? I should. Oh, we are going for all humanity. Here we are.
Is go for launch. Full send.
I copy that. Reed, Victor, Christina,
maybe
and
I'll
Jeremy.
I'm gonna turn off
On this
the
historic mission,
chat box for
you
today,
take with you
so
the
we can
heart
get
of
a
this
visual,
Artemis
better
team,
visual of the actual
the
T-minus
daring spirit
time when it
of the
actually starts
American
ticking
people
down.
and our partners across the globe, and the hopes and dreams of a new generation. Good luck. Godspeed, Artemis 2. Let's go.
Godspeed, Artemis, dude. Dude, some of these fucking people have been waiting like years to
NTD
say
Launch
these
Director.
words. You know, like this
Hello, Launch
is
Director.
awesome.
Yes, sir. You have
And
a
from
go
here on
to
out,
proceed
it just
with
the
countdown.
pace is gonna pick right up.
Copy that.
Like
I'll
this
put it
is
in work.
this is the real beginning of the
CDR,
actual
NTD.
return to the moon.
Your advisors and initiate short purge per your EPROC 10.1.1, steps 8 and 9.
I am
10.1.1,
Megatron,
8.9,
leader
going
of the Autobots.
Copy. CVSE NTD, start and verify recordings of our Orion cameras.
Copy.
Okay. Well, there you heard it.
RSR NTD.
RSR.
They're getting ready to start terminal count.
All right, so they are going to start the terminal count, it looks like. Here we go.
10 minutes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Once
This
we wrap
is...
This last bit of work.
arm rotation enable.
Yeah, it is
Gonna
too
start
bad
that clock.
about that, but the thing is that this is the
Close and lock visors.
real, like, start to an actual new space era. Like, when this happened the first time, it, like... I guess like that's what everybody wanted. That's what everybody like had the hope for. But the technology really just wasn't there, I don't think. Like with the electronics
You
and the
heard an
computers,
issue,
like
worked
back
real
in the
time
60s and 70s, we had
telemetry lock on
amazing
the Orion.
engineers, we had
It
amazing
was
scientists,
transitory.
and
It's
they
very
did
short.
like they did the Lord's
They
work.
checked the data.
But now we just
confirmed
have
that
so
they
much more
had a good
capability,
lock.
and I
This was with
think
the
that
S-band
it
transmitter
is sort of a shame
the
that we
Orion.
haven't done this sooner. But I am very glad that we are
Worked through that
finally
issue,
finally
looked
going.
at the data,
And
and cleared it.
you know, sure, SLS may not be the
All
like
with the world
the
launching.
greatest rocket of all time. It's not my favorite rocket, but
Impressive work
like
by
I
the
can
launch team.
definitely like
So we have a 2-hour
I
window.
can't hate it. You know, I
which
can't
starts in
hate it
just a
either
few
because
minutes
this is a
at
very
6:24
special
p.m.
moment
Eastern
for all of
time
humanity.
and goes until 8:24 p.m. Eastern time.
And ECL NTD will be waiting for your verification on the short purge.
ECL copies.
And for all personnel, once we get that short purge
Yeah, I think
verification,
that was the
we'll
real
verify that we are
important
clear to
thing
go,
of
and then
the
we'll
Apollo
proceed
like
with
the Apollo
terminal
program
count.
and NASA back in the day. They unlocked a lot of stuff for us. They gave us access to a lot of stuff that otherwise, like scientifically and material science wise and engineering wise, that otherwise just wouldn't have been. I don't think it would have. Without that, we definitely wouldn't have reusable rockets today. We definitely wouldn't have SpaceX. Like all these things are like
ECL time estimate.
all that stuff led to this
About a
moment
minute.
too. So,
Copy.
but yeah, I'm very excited. This is probably the coolest moment in my life, I would say. No, exactly.
So we're going into the launch window.
Oh, a cool fact about this one, Andre,
but not
is
by
this will
much,
be the
it looks
first
like.
toilet going to the moon. They never sent a toilet on the
Just
other
wrapping up
Apollo
final
missions.
work.
So we get an actual a space toilet.
And once that's completed, you'll hear NASA Test Director Jeff Spaulding ask for the ground
Moon
launch
toilet.
sequencer
Well, there have
operator
been space toilets for a time, but there's never been a
to go
moon
ahead and
toilet. So we're
start
getting a moon
the
toilet,
clock.
and that's pretty hype.
The ground launch sequencer is
The
an
silly
application software
fascinations
that
of
runs on
space
top of the launch
nerds.
control system in the firing room. Acts like a conductor of an orchestra, executing hundreds of commands in precise order and timing. It's all autonomous.
NTD CCL 212, short purge initiation is verified.
All right, copy that, and we're verifying our constraints.
This is gonna sound really good when it goes. The
All right,
the engines are gonna sound really, really good.
And with that, we're
The
going to
solid
resume
rocket
the clock
boosters are always
momentarily.
they're built
And
different.
TGLS, you can resume the clock on your mark.
All right, clock is going.
Copies.
It's gonna go.
3.
We've got a
2,
T0. It looks
1,
like
mark. GLS mainline has been initiated.
26 minutes. All right,
10 minutes.
that's not too bad. That's not too bad. 27 minutes rather.
And that begins terminal count. Our new T0 is 6:35 p.m. Eastern Time. 6:35
Dude, they
p.m.
literally
Eastern
like
Time.
stitched the
We
old
are now
computers
counting
together.
down
There's
to
more
liftoff
there's
of
more
Artemis 2.
computing power in a disposable vape nowadays. Isn't that
From
wild?
now on, you're going to hear two voices on the loops. If everything goes nominally, NASA Test Director Jeff Spaulding, who's directly managing the launch team,
It's
and Alex Pendelos.
like I
GLS
said,
operator who
those
closely
the engineers
monitors
and
the software.
scientists of that time
He has
had
the ability to stop
they
and
were very,
restart
very
the
capable.
countdown.
And I think that we have lost a little bit of that, but not so much.
A lot of people ask
I still
about
think
whether
our
there's a
engineers and
launch button,
scientists
certainly
are
there's
incredibly
not.
capable.
Rock. Our new T0 is 22:35.
It's just that everything that we can do is more impressive. So all of it sort of looks worse in comparison, even though it's still like massively impressive and crazy.
There you heard
Duct tape
confirmation
in a
of the
dream, yeah.
exact T0, 6:35 and 12 seconds p.m. Eastern Time. Again, our T0 is 6:35 and 12 seconds p.m. Eastern Time. But as I was
Okay, so
saying, there's
they're
no launch
going
button.
in 8
This is
minutes, not
autonomous.
26?
But there is a
Okay.
button that keeps you from launching, and that button allows the GLS operator to pause the countdown outside of
The
terminal
bird.
count and during terminal count and submit a hold to the next holding point. So the clock won't stop right away. If there's an issue, we'll go to the next stable holding point. This is how GLS configures the rocket and ground systems to a stable point where they can stop the countdown if that's needed. But right now, we are counting down. Our next big milestone, looking to retract the crew access arm.
It isn't a T minus 8 minutes. Okay, here we're going. Oh boy, here we go. Oh my god.
And there you see the crew access
Oh,
arm
it's moving.
away.
Yeah, dude, you definitely crack open a beer, dude.
That's the path
Crack
that
open
the
a cold one for the
astronauts
boys.
took to
It's a
ingress into
moon
the
beer
rocket.
day. I'll drink in spirit. Wait, I can get my water bottle.
Until
That'll
this
work.
point, that was their
Am I a
way
fool?
off
Did
the
it?
pad
Did
if
I?
they needed to
There it is.
evacuate.
All right, easy.
But now with that arm retracting, the backup transitions to a launch abort system. And they'll begin arming that shortly.
7 minutes to launch. It's going to happen a lot faster than I
The
thought.
launch abort system. Great shot there of the crew
Wow.
access arm retracting away. The launch abort system is the tower at the top, and that's what would pull Orion and its crew off the top of the rocket in case of an emergency, whether it's on the ground or in flight. This is critical safety hardware that protects the lives of the astronauts.
This is going to be fucking nuts. My heart is starting to fucking get
Starting
like
at T-minus 6 minutes,
the Doki
the
Doki
GLS will start
Sudo is
bringing
hitting
that
me
and
hard.
other high-energy systems online, starting with core stage pressurization.
Just say it's Palpitating. I can't. I have to do it for the Japanese bros, for the Japan bros. I have to have some Japanese
Weather
in
is
there.
90% go. The range is go.
I gotta get
All
my
systems
Renshu
are
in.
go.
GLS is go for core stage tank
My
pressurization.
pronunciation has become so Americanized, it's so bad.
That means the replenish valve for the liquid hydrogen tank has now closed, and that tank is beginning to pressurize to flight levels.
All right.
Because that hydrogen is naturally boiling inside the tank. We'll get the liquid oxygen tank a little later in the count. Now the team is waiting for verification that, if needed, the Artemis II crew could use the launch abort system to pull Orion safely off the top of the rocket in an emergency. Let's listen in for that call.
GLS verifies last capability.
It's moon
available.
time. 5 minutes till moon time, everybody.
CDR copies, last available.
That's great news, and you heard the NTD verify that with the commander of the mission.
GLS is go for FTS arm.
Now work is being done to arm the flight termination system. This is so the range safety can send a flight termination command if the rocket flies too far off track. There's a brief built-in delay, so the launch abort system has time to pull the astronauts to
GLS is
safety
go for
first.
LH2 high flow bleed check.
All right, the high flow bleed check.
All right, Godspeed.
That's so the cryo team gets verification.
It's getting
that
fucking
the
too real now.
RS-25 engines, all 4 of them, are in the proper temperature range for launch.
These human launches always get me a little bit like more nervous and anxious, I guess. Piratry.
GLS is
Moon
go for
pirates.
Core stage APU start.
Core stage APUs start. Those are auxiliary power units. High-speed turbines, which provide pressure to hydraulic pumps that steer the RS-25 engines. We're going to see a gimbal test a little later at T-minus 2 minutes and 30 seconds. This is what allows that to happen.
Moonbeard the Great.
Coming up in about 20 seconds, we're listening for go for purge sequence 4. That's a helium purge of the 4 core stage engines downstream of the propellant valve. This gets all the air and moisture out of there.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
GLS is go for purge sequence 4.
Holy. Little piece of
Moving through the
frost just fell
milestones.
off. Hell yeah.
All is looking good. Coming up in just a few
there's
seconds, we're
oxygen
gonna get
turning
that
off.
thrust vector
So they've
control
closed off the
actuator
oxygen
test.
valve.
This is a gimbling of the engine.
It looks like. That is what that was. I'm not as familiar with this one as I am with
4
Starship.
RS-25s, 3 of them.
Why isn't the person
Shuttle
called
Heritage,
in
5
charge
of them
called
built from
called Master Chief?
shuttle parts. And there you see them moving.
We should probably pick another day to do that because I don't have too long after the launch. But oh my God, the gimbaling! Oh my God, the gimbal tests! Look at that. That was crazy.
Now we're going to start moving the power from both the upper stage and the lower stage of the
Hell
rocket
yeah.
to internal.
But yeah,
Taking
I'm definitely
ground
down
power away
to do
and
that
now going to
another
battery
day.
power.
GLS is go for upper stage to internal power.
Plus, I don't know how much. Obviously, this mission
When power is
lasts
removed
10
from the
days,
rocket's
so I don't
upper
know how
stage,
long I'm gonna be watching the
ICPS
post stuff
is gonna
for.
Switch to battery. Same milestone for the lower
But I want to
core
keep the
stage coming
stream
up
about
at
under
T-minus 1 minute
under an
and 30
hour or
seconds.
so, maybe, if I can.
Right now, the 4-person Artemis II crew
Okay.
is 248,000 miles away from the moon. And if all goes well,
So
they will
2 days
fly
from
by
now,
it
this
in
time,
6
you're free?
days.
GLS is go for core stage to internal power.
How for how long?
All right, there's the
Because I
rocket's
get
core
home
stage,
about 4 hours
which
from
houses
now.
3 flight computers, is now on its own.
Yeah,
power.
1.5 minutes. But yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll figure it out. Right now it's
There's
moon
no more
time.
hold
We got to
time
go to the
because there's no
moon.
more margin on these batteries.
Okay, for the whole night, then yeah,
So
we
we'd
can
have to
definitely
recycle
plan
back to
something.
T-10
Easy.
to recharge if we had a hold.
Okay. 60 seconds. Here we go. This is it.
1 minute.
We are in.
Right now, the rocket does not know what the T0
Perfect.
is, but coming up at T-minus 33 seconds, control shifts from the ground launch sequencer to the rocket's onboard autonomous launch sequencer, or ALS. The rocket will count itself down, but honor any holds that could come from the ground. Now, shortly after liftoff, Houston will take control of the rocket, and my colleague Gary Jordan will take over commentary.
GLS is go for ALS.
Great call out. The
Okay.
rocket is on its own.
They're-
Brave explorers
they're getting
ride
ready
the
to go.
most
Here we
powerful
are.
Rocket
This is it.
NASA has ever launched.
Godspeed, Artemis 2.
Sound suppression water is flowing.
15.
And here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7. RS-25 engines lit.
Okay, here we go.
3, 2, 1. Booster ignition.
Oh
And
my
liftoff.
fucking god.
The crew of Artemis 2
The
now
camera's
bound for the
getting
moon.
shaken.
Humanity's next great voyage
Go, go, go.
begins.
The camera is shaking itself to death. Hilarious.
Good roll pitch.
They are in a
Roger,
good
roll
trajectory.
Houston now controlling the flight of integrity on the Artemis 2 mission around the moon.
They are going to the moon. They are going to the moon. It's happening. Everybody stay calm. It's happening.
On time, passing 30 seconds into the flights. Integrity passes the alternate MECO. Target milestone. Mission Control Houston seeing good performance on 4 main engines. Space Launch System core stage.
Wow.
3 miles in altitude. Traveling more than 1,200 miles per hour.
A lot. I don't know specifically for SLS, but you could ask Grok that one. I'm sure Grok will tell you. Look at that. They're gonna go. They'll be through max Q pretty soon, I think, if they haven't already.
Passing 1 minute. Approaching max Q.
Yeah, approaching. There you are.
On, Ponce de Leon. Stan, we have you loud and clear on Ponce de Leon. Have you the same?
Communication signal transfer confirmed as Integrity and its crew go supersonic. Approaching 90 seconds into the Artemis 2 mission. Integrity
Wow.
is 14 miles in altitude, 8 miles downrange, traveling more than
The
2,600
daytime launch
miles
here
per hour.
that is some good stuff, guys. Okay, I'm gonna have to move my face cam maybe if the rocket goes out. No, they've got it centered again. They fixed it. Nice. No, they're too high now. The window for that is long past.
1 minute 50 seconds of mission elapsed time, standing by for main engine throttle down to 85%, ahead of solid rocket booster separation, expected
Okay.
at 2 minute 9
SRBs are gonna go off.
We see throttle down.
I don't want to see the people. Show me the rocket, NASA. Damn it! Damn it, NASA! I don't have my own. There it is. The SRBs coming off. The separation. I'm sure they're gonna have so many great high-quality replays of that. So I'm not super sad that we missed it, but.
Performance nominal, upper stage RCS ready. Copy all, Stan.
Isn't that the craziest shit to look at, though?
Integrity, SM priming complete.
The boosters coming back, and just the glowing ball on its way to the moon.
45 seconds of mission elapsed time into the Artemis 2 mission.
Mr. President, the penguins from Madagascar are on board Artemis 2. Amazing.
3 minutes into the flight. Integrity, 49 miles in altitude, 78 miles downrange.
Wow.
Passing 5,000 miles per hour.
I'm gonna be fucking keeping track of this for a long time too. Oh, there's the another jettison of the fairing piece or whatever, so that they can. Yeah, there it is. The launch escape system aborting.
Standing by for launch abort system jettison.
Nice. It looks like everything
Integrity, good last jettison, great view.
everything worked perfectly. It looks like.
Copy jettison. Team Eco 8 plus 02.
Main engine cut off soon. This is
on board, Stan.
this is amazing.
And Houston has you loud and clear on
Look at that
the common
plume.
line.
Outstanding, Stan. We have you the same.
3 minutes 50 seconds into the flight of Artemis 2, Wiseman, Glover, Cook, and Hansen cross the boundary to space with good comm checks. GPS
there
signals acquired
is-
after last jettison, now working on internal checks to verify accuracy.
Yeah, we gotta.
Flight dynamics officer analyzed the time of main engine cutoff. Confirmed
If everyone,
8 minutes, 2 seconds,
this is some
time of
Dr. Stone asked question. It would happen with it would be hundreds to thousands depending on the orbit. If not tens, some of them would fall out quite quickly. Especially the very low ones.
Integrity, GPS processing.
Fucking sun.
Outstanding, Stan. We see the
Blinding
same, and we
my
have a
ass.
beautiful moonrise. We're headed right at it.
Yeah, it
Approaching
happens
5
quite
minutes into
quickly,
the flight, Commander Reed Wiseman
like that low
confirms he
down.
can
That's why
pass
Kessler
visuals of his
syndrome is not
destination,
really that
GPS
big a
guidance,
deal,
navigation, and
because most
control
of the
software
objects are in
finishes
LEO
internal checks and sends to navigation channels.
and below 600.
Integrity, 3 engine press.
3 engine press.
On time, now passing 5 minutes 20 seconds of mission elapsed time into the Artemis 2 mission. At this point, 3 good main engines are all that's needed to carry integrity to a nominal main engine cutoff target. Though at this time, we're seeing 4 good engines.
That would have
here in
been
Mission Control Houston.
something else to see in person.
Integrity, 75 miles an hour.
I'm sure everybody here is like,
downrange, approaching 10,000.
it's got to be a very
per
crazy
hour.
feeling, right? Like, you know, because all rocket launches are, because they just happen so quickly, right? It's like, oh, it's there and now it's in space. My hot take is that that'll be like 5 years from now, Andre.
Integrity, looking good at 6 minutes.
Look at that plume
Same
from
on
the
board, Stan.
infrared. You can really see it. That's really awesome.
Good trajectory and engine performance.
Here's, I
Booster
guess, a
officer
little
will
animation
soon
that's
report
going to
the
show us
shutdown
all
plan to
the
Flight Director Judd Friedling expected at the 7-minute
what's going on, basically. At 7 minutes
Integrity,
or something.
78 miles in altitude, 460 miles downrange.
Integrity, expect nominal shutdown.
Okay. Wow, that is
Nominal shutdown.
that is one of the most beautiful images I've ever seen from a stream.
6 minutes 40 seconds of mission.
It looks like a
elapsed time.
bottom-up
Shutdown
view from the
plan is
toilet
as
after I've had
expected.
mushroom stew. Yeah, nice
Again,
one.
the time of MECO was confirmed at 8
Classic.
minutes 2 seconds into the flight.
The reverberation sound through the very universe I see.
7 minutes of mission elapsed time.
So I think that
Throttling down as we approach the abort once around option. Milestone at the 7-minute 30-second mark.
that
Now
this
84
is
miles in altitude,
fucking awesome.
650 miles downrange, traveling more than 15,000 miles per hour.
Integrity, AOA open.
AOA open.
The window is now open for an abort once around option that would target splashdown in the Pacific Ocean. Still following nominal ascent at this time.
Okay. So everything is still looking good. Wow, that is just such a beautiful shot.
About 10 seconds remaining until the main engine
The
cutoff.
pictures
of the
we're going to
Space Launch
get from
System
this
core
freaking
stage.
launch
Standing
are going
by
to
for
be
confirmation of
like,
MECO
I haven't
and
looked
core stage
at what
separation.
is being posted right now and everything, but like I have chills because I know how many like really high quality great photographers are on the ground doing great work, and like I just can't imagine. Oh my God, look at that shot. Look at the separation. Look at that. That's like from some like Project Hail Mary shit. What was that? That was crazy. That was crazy, yo.
We see the same on board, Stan.
Their laggy ass animation.
40 seconds into the flight, we have a
Worse than
main engine
real
cutoff heading
time.
in the right trajectory on the way to swing around the moon. Core stage has separated, done its job. The Space Launch System upper stage, the inner rim cryogenic propulsion stage, or ICPS, still attached to the Orion spacecraft. Nine minutes of mission elapsed time. Integrity crew of Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Cook, and Jeremy Hansen now in orbit around the Earth at the beginning of their journey to the moon.
Integrity Houston, looking ahead to PRM numbers so far per the pad.
Copy that, Stan. Numbers for the pad.
We got 10 more days of this in some sense, right? Like 10 more days until they splash down.
Time of ignition is as expected.
We're not out of the woods yet. We're not even in the woods yet. They got to get into that that lunar like the lunar injection or whatever. When they get to that, it's going to be that's where it really is dicey. Cuz it's like they only, they got to commit, right? Oh, I love this little tracker. They're 242,000 miles away from the moon. Wow.
Integrity, good. Neds deploy.
Okay.
Copy that, Stan. Good, Neds.
How's it going, Tyler? This animation that they've got is not their finest work. I will admit that.
And Integrity Houston for PWD setup. Just a reminder, halfway open on the secondary.
But the launch has gone good so far. So we are 10 minutes into people returning to the moon for the first time in 53.4 years.
Passing 11 minutes of mission elapsed time. Here, overhearing the conversation between Capcom Stan Love and Commander Reed Wiseman, already passing some milestones. We have a good nozzle extension deployment system. That is confirmed.
So that's what NEDS is. It's the nozzle nozzle equipment deployment system or whatever.
Their launch and entry suits.
Dude, this is like the craziest day of my life. I actually can't believe it launched today. I wasn't like I waited for a while before I went live because I was afraid it wasn't going to go, but it's like gone perfectly, like a dream. They even had issues and they fixed them. It's like, what? That's crazy.
Tasks of activating some of the systems aboard in the Integrity spacecraft. It's passing 12 minutes of mission elapsed time. Again, the perigee raise maneuver that's targeted near 50 minutes of mission elapsed time, 49 minutes, 50 seconds. That's what the crew is going to be working towards. The Commander Reed Wiseman, pilot Victor Glover will focus on preparing for that milestone.
Okay, so they're basically just going to try to get a good orbit now and keep raising the orbit until they
Christina Cook and Jeremy Hansen
are on track to hit the moon.
We'll start some of the activation of environmental control life support systems. You may hear confirmation of their activation.
What was it that Tim Dodd said, the everyday astronaut? He said there's 3 Americans and a Canadian going to the, or 3 humans and a Canadian going to the moon. I thought that was funny.
Copy C3 Aux, and we're 2 minutes to maneuver.
Well, it's 10 days from now until splashdown, so It is going to be a little bit of a holding our breath situation, I think, here on Earth. Of course,
13
they're
minutes and 30
going to be
seconds
very
of mission
focused on
elapsed
their
time.
mission
We're
up
going to
there,
continue
but
to follow the
it's always a little bit
crew of the Artemis 2 mission.
daunting.
They are beginning
This
their
is like going to
journey
be the first
around the
time
moon
in
to
my
verify
entire
the
life
systems
and
that
your
will take us
entire
to
life
its surface.
that
An incredible ascent.
that humans
Artemis
will
2
be
is
around the
underway. Reed
moon
Wiseman,
at
Victor
the same
Glover,
time that we're
Christina
on the
Cook, and
planet.
Jeremy Hansen
That's
begin their journey to the
crazy.
moon.
It's like obviously
Still
like they were there
milestones to come
before,
up as we await
but
solar
you know,
array
that's like our
deployed and
parents'
critical burn that
generation.
will get integrity into high Earth orbit around the
This
Earth
is like
before engines are fired to get us around
we're going to
the moon.
have a
We'll keep
completely
tabs
new
on
statistic
Integrity
to
and its
have.
crew from here in Mission Control Houston. But for now, we're going to send it back to you, Megan and Nicole at the Kennedy Space Center. Very jealous to hear how the launch experience was over on the Space Coast.
Dude, I'm so excited to watch the
replays. People are just joining us. Welcome back to the Space Coast, where we just saw Artemis 2 lift off 14 minutes
This is
ago,
a good
and
shot.
Wow, what an amazing launch and an
To show the
emotional one,
cameras
too,
and
as
then like to
soon as
zoom
the
in
rocket
like
lifted
that. That's a
off,
good
Nicole.
shot.
You had tears in your eyes. I had tears in my eyes, and we had all these people around us cheering.
I didn't cry for
The
this one.
energy was wonderful. I mean,
No
it was
tears
a
here.
beautiful launch.
Not yet.
You know, we've got 4 friends and family members headed to the moon. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. How does that make you feel as someone who, you know, is an astronaut as well, but also, as you said, friends?
Yeah. So proud of them. You know, man, we don't have the words in the English language to describe this kind of an event, and pride, love, so many emotions. You know, they are truly breaking some barriers, and hopefully, you know, as Gary just said, they've got a long day ahead of them. So,
dude, they got a long 10 days ahead of them. Let's be real. Yeah, sure. Today is day one, but they got a long. If everything keeps going as planned, they have a long 10 days ahead of
that
them.
we've never seen before. I mean, what a great start to what could be all of these milestones
100%.
that we break in just a 10-day mission.
Yes, what a way to welcome in the Artemis generation.
Yeah, how do you feel? I mean, we saw some beautiful shots we were covering of course, the rocket, of course, the Earth falling away as we continued up into our ascents, but also some of those crowd shots where we saw young and old, just emotional, overcome by this history-making moment.
Man, we are going back to the moon for all, and we saw that today. We saw that in all the crowds. And yeah, you guys just saw that view, the sunrise or sunset, I guess. They just made it over the crest of the Earth, and you could see the sun peeking over. One of my favorite views from space. And I can't imagine.
It's not my favorite view because the sun washes everything out, but that's okay.
About 5 or 6 days.
Still a good
and,
view.
Know, I know a lot of people are like, you know what, I'm surprised this launched on the first try, because we know, like, any little thing.
Actually, yeah, I am too. I was a little bit worried, man.
We were ready to go, and
they were working a battery issue and a range issue, and they somehow managed to sort it out, and then here we are, and they're going to the moon.
It's just a testament to the team here that has been
One second, I gotta check Twitter.
Hard on Artemis. You know, Artemis 1, we learned a ton of lessons.
I gotta check. I gotta see what's going on.
For Artemis 2, we were able to go in, fix those things. We even had a couple.
Or it's not Twitter, it's
today,
X.
A couple, you know, anomalies today that the team creatively came up with solutions for. It's just a testament to the teamwork that gets us to the moon.
And so we can continue to watch Christina, Reed, Victor, and Jeremy on their way now to the moon in Earth's orbit and awaiting the next in-flight milestones, deploying Orion's solar arrays. So why don't we get back in with Mission Control and Gary.
Hey, thank you, Megan. Again, we're following along in the
Got to get a couple more posts in
it is
there.
a long day. They have a number of procedures they need to get to immediately in their timeline.
And Integrity Houston, cross-tie is on board per the ETSI-DEM.
We copy Houston. Thank you.
Cross-tie referring to flight controllers here initiating a connection between some of the batteries aboard the Orion spacecraft, allowing for an even distribution of power. This is the flight control teams that took us through ascent of the Artemis 2 mission today.
I'm very happy that we got to see it during the day. That'll make a big difference for a lot of the photos that we get to see.
The Orion spacecraft integrity and the interim cryogenic propulsion system are maneuvering tail to sun. It is in this orientation, this attitude.
Integrity anywhere, it's on that momentary prop caution.
And Reed, no action. We're looking at it.
Commander Reed Wiseman verifying what is being routed to his displays aboard Integrity. Propulsion engineer confirming that no action is needed at this time. They're pressing through with their nominal procedures to prepare for the perigee raise
Everybody
maneuver.
is fucking crashing out on Twitter
Of course,
about
the
how they
solar
didn't
array
show the
wing
booster
deploy ahead
separation
of that.
on the NASA stream.
The solar
Oh,
array
I love
wing
it. I
deployed
love
is a
how
critical
everybody
milestone. We'll
has like the
continue
same
to have
soul
our
inside of
coverage
them. It's so
follow the
funny. You
mission
just
until that
watch as
deployment.
like the crash out, the
Successful launch
collective
is just the
crash out
beginning.
all
The
occurs.
deployment of the
Oh,
solar
it's
arrays
beautiful.
and successful confirmation that those solar array wings are drawing power is a significant milestone, and says to the flight control teams that we will continue on today's mission. Power needs to be drawn to continue through some of the next milestones. Until then, the AOA open option that was called up upon ascent, the aboard once around, is the current option, and aboard to orbit option ATO will be switched to a preferred mode at the time that the solar array wings are deployed and latched. It gives the flight control teams a little bit more flexibility.
Yeah, Integrity Houston, update on TDRS handover for your pad.
I like how I'm listening harder, as though that's gonna change the callouts or something like that. It's funny, dude. So hyper focused.
Roger. TDRS handover east to west, expected 1 second earlier at 51 minutes, 26 seconds.
Hi, Stan. We copy 1 second earlier for 5126 Teachers east to west, and saws are starting to deploy. Thermal knives are firing.
We concur. Thanks for the report.
Read back of the reports that you just heard on the Orion to Earth network. Integrity has maneuvered tail to sun. The RL-10 nozzle on the end of the ICPS is pointed towards the sun, and the solar array deployment sequence has begun.
Okay, they're deploying the solar array. Let's see.
With the deployment confirmed,
see if they can get it done.
It'll be several minutes until they are what is called in a latched
Let me
position.
just get myself a little bit more
Once
light
they are
here.
latched and confirmed to be drawing
Watch
power,
that
they can
turn off
switch
my
the mode
computer
to
in like
ATO
5
and continue
minutes.
along the mission.
That'd make me angry.
The teacher's handover at the pad, that message meant the crew was provided some preliminary numbers of when to expect handovers between the tracking and data relay satellites.
Somebody got it. Somebody got the screenshot.
Currently orbiting Earth at an altitude of 545
the Project Hail Mary moment.
statute miles.
At T
Earth,
plus
they are in a
823.
near-Earth network communication
if anybody's
system.
interested.
The tracking and data relay satellites, geosynchronous satellites that are stationed about 23,000 miles above the Earth.
I'm so fucking glad it went today, guys.
After
you have no idea.
That occurs later today. The burn itself will put them in an altitude that surpasses the range of the tracking and data relay satellites, and they will transition to the deep space network today.
And Integrity, for prop messages, we see 2 temperature measurements right near the line. It's that momentary message you saw earlier. We're going to suppress those. It's CM helium heater 2 T1 and heater 1 T1. They're going suppressed.
Integrity, thank you. We see the same.
Come on, you can get us the signal. You can get us the signal, NASA. Please. We're so close. It keeps blue screening.
This is Mission Control Houston, passing 23 minutes of mission elapsed time into the Artemis II mission. This is after a launch that began at 5:35 and 12 seconds Central Time, 6:35 and 12 seconds p.m. Eastern Time. Right now, the orientation you're seeing from our arrow visualization that translates some of the telemetry that we're getting from the spacecraft and puts it into a model so you can follow along on some of the milestones that we are following here. The RL-10 nozzle that you see at the left end of your screen, though it is currently not firing, that nozzle is pointed towards the sun, and the solar arrays are currently deploying. From this visualization, they look fully stowed in a position.
Integrity, we are happy to report that Jeremy has the O2 sensors on.
Copy O2 sensors.
That's good. Oh!
Again,
do you see how it just went from fucking nothing to fully deployed right there? So they've got the solar arrays deployed, I guess. I guess that worked properly. Fucking, that was funny, dude. You can't see it super well on the stream, it doesn't look like.
Integrity Houston, we see 4 saws deployed and latched, ready for ATO preferred.
Popped up instantly.
Yeah, we're almost there.
Pop goes the solar panel.
We see the same thing.
In Integrity Houston, we are seeing a 7-second miscompare between the MET on Orion and ICPS. We'd like you to read us the MET from your center status bar and for the ICPS on StackSum.
And Stan, we see a absolutely precise alignment. MET 25, 14, 15, 16, precisely aligned with ICPS MET.
Copy, thank you for that. We'll investigate a ground issue.
And Houston Integrity, ATO preferred set.
That's good. At least they have the right numbers on the spacecraft. That's what you probably want, I would imagine. From what I could hear there. I'm not 100% sure.
This is Mission Control
obviously.
Houston, 25 minutes, 45 seconds into the flight of Artemis 2.
Tell us.
We have confirmation that all 4 solar array wings are deployed and latched. This is the configuration needed to switch to ATO preferred, which you did hear confirmed from pilot Victor Glover. That mode has been switched. There was also a discussion with Capcom Stan Love and Commander Reed Wiseman about the alignment of the MET clocks on the Orion spacecraft and the ICPS. Commander Reed Wiseman confirmed the clocks are in sync, no issues. They're going to investigate it on the ground. We're proceeding with today's mission. 26 minutes.
I was pretty much right on the money there, I guess. Good to know. It's always a little bit hard to follow, even if you sort of have an idea. It's, there's a lot that goes on, and it's different per vehicle and all that kind of stuff. So, and obviously this is the first time humans have ever been on this vehicle, right? Like in space. Like, of course they've trained on it, like in simulation and in simulators and whatnot, but to actually be on mission, on orbit, in real life is a big difference. So, I'm sure that we expect there to be some issues, and it seems like they're mostly been able to resolve any that have popped up so far. So that is very good. And it means that we are hopefully, on the right track for actually having this end up going to the moon and not just doing an Earth orbit. Because that is one of their abort modes, is to just do to go around the Earth and then splash down if needed. But hopefully, and fingers crossed, that will be 10 days from now, and they will go further than any humans have ever gone before, and we'll get some good pictures of the far side of the moon.
This is Mission Control Houston.
And find a parking spot for Apollo 4. Or Artemis 4, not Apollo 4.
At this point, we've had a successful liftoff from the pad.
Fucking Apollo.
At 5.
It's the Artemis era. We're in the new age now, not the Apollo
12
age.
seconds p.m. Central Time, 6:35 and 12 seconds p.m. Eastern Time. We've had a good main engine cutoff.
Their poor little telemetry thing just tweaking out here.
Today's mission. Right now, the Spacecraft has maneuvered tail to sun. We're standing by for another maneuver to maneuver into the burn attitude. This is where the RL-10 engine of the ICPS is pointed in the correct orientation for the perigee raise maneuver. We did hear confirmation that the perigee raise maneuver
Perigee
time
will
of
be
ignition
raised.
has been confirmed
Perigee
per the
will be
pad, which means it was
raised.
the predicted time prior to liftoff.
Integrity for GNC, we're taking channel 1 to unfiltered and to BFS.
Okay, Stan, we're watching. Go ahead.
Capcom Stan Love reading up to the crew of Integrity. They will switch the navigation source from channel 1, standing by for confirmation that that switch has occurred. Pilot Victor Glover will receive confirmation when, and is at least watching to confirm that that switch has occurred. Again, the perigee raise maneuver that we're heading towards, not too long from now, we're actually inside 20 minutes at this time from the time of ignition of the perigee raise maneuver.
I think that's probably about where I'm going to go to, guys.
have a
Probably going to
successful
go
deployment
until
and
that
launch
perigee
of all
raise
4
maneuver, and
solar
then
array wings.
we'll go from there.
This is
I'll
the
end the
configuration
stream
needed
and
to commit to the perigee raise maneuver.
go get me some dinner.
Of course, flight controllers here in Mission Control Houston will continue to evaluate that everything is good before committing to that burn. The perigee raise maneuver does raise the perigee, the lowest point in the orbit, from 15 to 100 nautical miles. The 100 nautical mile mark is needed to continue in low Earth orbit and hit the target for the apogee raise burn. That will put them in a high Earth orbit for the remainder of the day and set them up for the right position to execute the translunar injection and head to the moon tomorrow.
So TLI is tomorrow.
The burn duration of the perigee raise
If
maneuver
they just have to hit this
26 seconds.
This burn, and everything should be good.
Relatively short burn, but it does raise the perigee and do the job to get into the correct position before firing that main engine on the ICPS. The pad had a TDRS handover. This is the tracking and data relay satellites. East to west,
Space Moon
they are
rockets,
geosynchronous
yay!
satellites
How's
that
it
are
going?
positioned around
Welcome.
the globe. And as Orion makes its way around the Earth right now, above the west coast of Africa.
Just over 53 years
at an altitude of about
since humans have been back to the
statute
moon.
miles and counting.
Today's launch was freaking spectacular.
Executed at the perigee.
Like absolutely spectacular. The replays are going to be out of this world. There's like hundreds of, like there's going to be so many pictures and so many videos. It's going to be awesome.
What it does is it raises the perigee on the other end of the orbit to 100 nautical miles.
All of humanity returns to the moon.
The 26
6 days from now.
Does not conflict with the time that they reported of the tracking and data relay satellite handover from TDRS east to west.
I guess they still have to do the
satellites
translunar injection tomorrow, so
today, but
we'll
the
see.
International Space Station as well.
They have to do that for sure. Like that, obviously, if they don't do that, they're not going to the moon. So they have to get this perigee raise burn, and then But everything's looking very good. And everything has been green so far. So
that time of handover is 51 minutes, 26 seconds. Plenty of margin.
This has been an awesome
maneuver
day, dude.
Cutoff happens, and the trajectory is analyzed to see whether it was a good burn. Good burn means that the burn was performed as expected and sets the trajectory on course for that 100
A good burn
nautical
means
mile
it didn't
perigee
work.
target mark.
Obviously. Hit us. This is where they'll hit us with the April Fool's joke. They'll be like, "It's a bad burn," and then, never mind, we were joking. It's fine.
With us on NASA Plus and following along on our coverage, we will continue to follow and to cover the mission.
It is a
until,
massive meme that they went on April 1st, right? Like I do think
well,
that's
actually,
really
we'll
really
continue to cover the
hilarious.
mission 24/7. But we'll wrap up our coverage here shortly. And now that solar array wing deployment has occurred on NASA Plus and
So they're going to be
Prime.
wrapping up their coverage pretty soon too. Perfect.
Again,
it's
we
perfect
will
timing.
continue
I want to
coverage
wrap up my
24/7
coverage.
at
They're
the
going
NASA
to.
YouTube
I'm going to
channel.
wrap up my
For those
coverage
that
of
want to
them, and
see,
they'll
all of
wrap
the
up their
upcoming
coverage of the
milestones,
whole
there
event
are select
for today.
times
I
where we will
guess.
be
Cool.
coming back to NASA Plus and other streaming platforms. You can go to nasa.gov to find the latest on when to find those activities.
Listen up, folks.
Given that this is an operational mission, we do want to make sure that we are maintaining transparency in the mission and providing you all the
Go
information
follow me on X too.
on what's
I'll be
happening
posting
in
a
space.
bunch of stuff too.
As Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina
Reposting
Cook,
also
and
all the
Jeremy
cool
Hansen
photos I see.
head on their mission around the moon.
I think on the
Inside integrity at
in
this
the
time.
YouTube
Again, the solar
description
array
for
wings
this
have
one, there's
deployed.
the link to the official stream.
Integrity is maneuvering to its burn attitude ahead of the execution of the perigee raise maneuver. Overseeing these steps is primarily done by Commander Reed Wiseman and pilot Victor Glover. Mission specialists Christina Cook and Jeremy Hansen focusing on some of the system activation inside of Orion, namely the environmental and control and life support systems. The activation and checkout of some of these critical systems are very important to continuing on the mission, making sure that those systems are in a good condition.
Yeah, I guess that's also
and in a
something I didn't
reliable
even think
condition
about.
to,
Irregardless of the actual
provide,
translunar injection, they
the
have to have all their
necessary,
life support systems online.
environmental and control
Have to be able to make it.
needs of the crew, with humans on board through the duration of the mission that extends 10 flight days. Standing by for an update to the perigee raise maneuver time of ignition. Should be right up to the crew very shortly.
Integrity Houston, updated PRM numbers when you're ready to copy.
All right, Houston, we are ready to copy.
TIG is 2 seconds earlier at 4 9er minutes for 8 seconds. TIGO unchanged at 2.6 seconds.
49, 48, Tigo 26.
Alrighty. Let's see if they get it done. Well, I don't know if the stream is going to last. We'll see. We'll see how far it goes. We'll go right to the bitter end.
This is Mission Control Houston. With that update, we are approaching a little more than 13 minutes from the time of ignition of the perigee raise maneuver. That time updated to be 2 seconds earlier was 49 minutes, 50 seconds of mission elapsed time. We'll now move to 49 minutes, 48 seconds. The duration of the burn, that's what was referred to as the T-go, will still remain at 26 seconds. Relatively short duration burn, again, just raises the perigee of the orbit today. Making sure they hit the mark on that time of ignition is the primary concern of Commander Reed Wiseman and pilot Victor Glover. Mission specialist Christina Cook and Jeremy Hansen inside activating those environmental control and life support systems.
Powering up the toilet.
At this time, all 4 crew members are wearing the launch and entry suits.
Yeah.
Integrity Houston, for Optimus on the PCD, we have time update instructions when you're ready.
It's always a little bit of a hold breath
Copy.
moment.
Hands are pretty busy at this time. I think we will call you back when we're ready for that.
All right, that one is not urgent. 2 minutes to maneuver to PRM attitude.
We are watching and concurred. 90-second-ish, maybe.
Pilot Victor Glover confirming that that maneuver less than 2 minutes. Again, that the point of that maneuver is to point the main engine of the ICPS, the RL-10 engine, in the proper orientation to execute that 26-second burn. It needs to point in the correct position to achieve the goal of raising the perigee to 100 nautical miles.
Come on.
You heard some of the environmental control system activations over Orion to Earth. Jeremy Hansen activated the O2 sensors. They'll be measuring the cabin of Orion. During all of the activations, here on the ground in Mission Control Houston, Flight Director Judd Freeling is doing a poll with all flight controllers in the room to see if we are in a go position to go ahead and execute the perigee raise maneuver. Once concluded, Stan Love will report it back up to the crew, and we'll stand by for that.
This is all very, very fucking, like, you know, on the edge of my seat. Yes, we got the launch, but now we have to get to translunar injection. That's important.
Houston, MCC polls go for PRM, pending
Okay.
attitude and SAWS.
Hey, we copy. MCC is go. Maneuver starting.
Oh, here we go. It'll be 26 seconds.
40 minutes of mission elapsed time. The maneuver to the burn attitude has begun. The maneuver also is paired with reorientation of the solar array wings that have been deployed. They will have various positions throughout the duration of the flight. Of course, solar array is meant to maximize the draw of power from the sun. So when deployed, we're in a biased solar array wing configuration that was called solar normal. This allows for the greatest surface area of the solar array
That
wings
obviously, for anybody that doesn't know, means that the sun is coming in like this. Like solar panel, the sun is coming in
a
like
cross
that.
tide was enabled between the four batteries, the four battery buses that are
Basically, it means that they are pointing
Orion.
right at the sun. The flat face is pointed right at the sun.
However, for the perigee raise maneuver, the solar array wings will be put into a position to take on the loads imparted by the ICPS main engine when they execute the 26-second burn. You can see in the animation here, the solar array wings are in motion, and the attitude is being reconfigured to point the engine in the correct direction, those solar array wings being pointed forward.
This is pretty cool. It's sad that we don't get like the actual onboard camera views, but this is still pretty cool. Definitely not as cool as onboard camera views, but it is nice that they had like a backup plan for that, or I guess like a two parallel plans for that. Because I do know I'm pretty sure they have the cameras on the actual capsule. So, but every time they've flipped to them, they've gone blue. So they just maybe a cord was shook loose or something like that. Something isn't
You're getting a live
working.
Look inside the
Maybe
Artemis
they'll be able to
2
fix it.
mission,
Maybe they won't. Could
flight
also just be a
control room.
connectivity
The
issue.
team you see here oversaw the ascent of our 4 astronauts inside Integrity, launching at 6:35
like they may still be getting the
PM
telemetry,
Eastern time.
but not the
now again, this
high
room
definition
will be
video.
occupied 24
Or
hours
that
a
might
day,
come
7
later.
days a week, with flight controllers shifting on 3 shifts to oversee 24/7 operations of Artemis 2 while in flight. We will cover that live on the NASA YouTube channel.
There, you heard it here, folks.
And we'll be covering that around the clock.
They will be live. NASA will be live.
To wrap up our coverage here on NASA Plus. Before I do want to send it over to our colleagues at the Kennedy Space Center. And to my colleagues, it was a pleasure to join the teams at the Kennedy Space Center and be a part of such a historic
Thank you for
launch.
the stream,
Here in
NASA.
Houston, again, we're turning our attention to the mission.
I'm sorry for
Now we'll say
stealing it like a
farewell and
rat.
Thank you to our colleagues there for today's launch coverage. We'll see you
Sorry,
again
not
soon
sorry.
for splashdown. This is Mission
I
Control
didn't have the
Houston,
luxury of
sending
being
it
able
back
to
over
put a
to Megan
camera
and
down
Nicole at the host desk.
Kennedy Space Center,
Thank you, Gary.
unfortunately.
And yes, it was such a pleasure to be a part
Not yet.
of this
Maybe one day,
historic mission
but
that
we're
started
not there
right
yet.
here at Kennedy Space Center. It was such an amazing sight to be a part of. And now,
Look at the
as
launch
we,
pad
the
in the
wise men,
background.
Victor
Look
Glover,
at it,
Christina
look at
Cook,
it.
and
There it
Jeremy
is.
Hansen begin
There it
their journey.
is.
We here
But
at
it's
the Kennedy
empty
Space
now.
Center
There's no
are
rocket
about
on
to
it now.
wrap
It's
our
in
broadcast.
space.
We'll, of course, though, have 24/7
Hell yeah.
coverage with our colleagues at Johnson Space Center starting as soon as we sign off, so don't worry. You can follow
All right, well.
along our 4 astronauts every minute of their nearly 10-day
Thanks,
journey to
NASA.
the moon and back. Nicole, I'll definitely be watching it, and I'm sure you will too.
Yes, of course. You know, they just started, right? The launch was beautiful. This was a historic day. They're on their way back to the moon for the first time in over half a century, but they've got a lot of work ahead of them, and so we're excited to see what they have to do and excited to test out the Orion spacecraft. This is a test flight after all, and we're excited to see what we can we can learn from this mission.
Very humbling, inspiring. It was really amazing to be a part of this, and I'm so glad that so many people joined along by either watching here in person.
How many
or
views did
watching
this one
online.
end up
and
getting?
Of course, Nicole, thank you so much.
2.8
for sitting
million.
through this,
Nice. Big.
answering questions,
That's what
adding
you like
so
to
much
see.
context and information that really brought a lot out of what we saw today.
Oh man, I had a blast. You're a rock star. You're
Oh
a
my
professional.
gosh.
This was great.
Oh, you're great.
So this was a wonderful day.
Well, again, thank you so much, and thank you to you for watching at home. You know, tonight we didn't just launch a rocket.
I'm sorry for having half your face covered.
Of human
It's not very nice of me.
exploration. Our Artemis 2 crew now on their way back to the moon, and we're taking you with us. So thank you again for watching, and go Artemis 2.
Go Artemis 2. All right. Well, I think that's them. They're done now for their stream. We'll mute that, and I'll flip on over here to the big cam. And we'll say goodbye. All right. Well, thanks everybody for if you popped in and checked that out for a little while, and you know, go check out the. Go check out the official NASA broadcast for their 24/7 coverage of the remainder of the mission. Remember, it does not end today. Like, they cannot just instantly go to the moon. It takes time to go to the moon. They will arrive to the moon in 6 days, and then it's like they'll be in their final position behind the moon 6 days from now, and then they will come back to Earth 10 days from now and splash down off the coast of California. So. Alrighty. Thank you everybody who popped in and watched and hung out for a little while. That was the coolest launch so far of the year. We're going to have a lot more launches this year to cover and watch. This was a kind of a weird one because usually I only cover the SpaceX launches, but I couldn't miss the moon launch, obviously. We had to come on and do something for that. So, but anyway, thank you everybody. Godspeed Artemis 2. Peace, love, and happiness. And this is Cuddlefishez signing off, and we'll catch you on the next one.